Welcome to the public meeting for the proposed Lakeshore Drive roundabouts concept for the I-10 Calcasieu River Bridge project. The purpose of tonight's meeting is to share information about the proposed roundabouts east of Lake Charles, which includes some of the potential environmental impacts. Tonight's meeting also proposes a revision to a project commitment made in the Record of Decision. The Record of Decision is the final document issued by a federal agency that concludes the National Environmental Policy Act process, also known as NEPA. The NEPA process evaluates different alternatives considered for the project and their impacts. The Record of Decision concludes the NEPA process and contains the federal agency's decision, identification of all alternatives considered, evaluation and discussion of factors, and plans for mitigation and monitoring, if required. And lastly, the purpose of today's meeting is to give you an opportunity to provide your feedback. At this meeting, you will also have the opportunity to speak with our project team members, who will be on hand to answer your questions. This is an open house-style meeting, where you can walk through the project stations at your own pace. There is no formal presentation. If you would like to speak with someone, we do have project team members on hand to assist you. In addition to this presentation, the following stations are available: a sign-in station, exhibit station to review the layouts of the proposed change, a procurement station, project update station, and right-of-way update station for additional project information and updates, and a comment station for giving written or verbal comments. Written comments postmarked within 14 calendar days of this meeting will be included in the transcript. If you miss anything from this slideshow, it will replay again. This map shows the entire public-private partnership project area. The project limits extend on I-10 from the I-210 West interchange to Kirkman Street. Today's meeting is focused on design changes proposed east of the main I-10 bridge over the Calcasieu River. This image shows the design east of the main bridge that was approved in the Record of Decision document. The orange arrows represent direction of travel. This configuration and travel pattern for Lakeshore Drive is very similar to the existing conditions. This image is a continuation of the design east of the main bridge that was approved in the Record of Decision document. The Lakeshore Drive interchange configuration shown here is similar to existing conditions. This image shows the proposed design changes east of the main bridge. The orange arrows represent direction of travel. The Lakeshore Drive westbound service road that extends between the Calcasieu River and Veterans Memorial Boulevard will be relocated to the south of I-10, forming part of a two-way median-divided roadway between the Calcasieu River and Veterans Memorial Boulevard. This image shows the newly proposed roundabouts at Lakeshore Drive. The roundabouts are located at the intersections formed by Veterans Memorial Boulevard, Lakeshore Drive, Church Street, and the I-10 eastbound off-ramp. Additional exhibits and information regarding the proposed design changes are available at the exhibit station. Here is a zoomed-in view of the proposed roundabouts at the intersections formed by Veterans Memorial Boulevard, Lakeshore Drive, Church Street, and the I-10 eastbound off-ramp. Please visit the exhibit station for additional exhibits and information regarding the proposed design changes. The next 5 slides explain the construction sequence of the proposed roundabouts with information about how traffic will be maintained. Please note that I-10 will always remain open during construction activities. The first phase of construction will occur simultaneously with the construction of the I-10 westbound exit ramp to Ryan Street. Access to North Lakeshore Drive will be maintained by the use of the existing I-10 westbound exit ramp just west of Veterans Memorial. During the construction of this portion of the roundabout, Veterans Memorial will remain open with the exception of intermittent nightly closures to install bridge elements that cross over Veterans Memorial Boulevard. South Lakeshore Drive eastbound will be reduced to one through lane at Veterans Memorial and one free-flow right turn lane onto Veterans Memorial southbound. Access to the beachfront and other features along South Lakeshore Drive will be maintained throughout all phases of roundabout construction. In this phase, the I-10 westbound exit ramp to Ryan Street is reopened and the northern portion of the roundabout is open, as well as the existing legs of the loop ramp, providing access to Lakeshore Drive and the I-10 entrance ramp. The I-10 westbound exit ramp to Lakeshore Drive will be permanently closed. I-10 mainline traffic in both directions will be relocated to the new permanent pavement that was constructed in the first phase. A significant portion of the south roundabout and the connecting roadway between the roundabouts will be constructed in this phase. Veterans Memorial northbound will be shifted to temporary pavement in the existing median. And traffic from South Lakeshore Drive to Belden Street will be detoured to Veterans Memorial southbound, then West Price Street, then Ryan Street to Belden Street. The free flow-through movement to Veterans Memorial is maintained during this phase, as well as access from South Lakeshore Drive to Veterans Memorial northbound. In this phase, access from South Lakeshore Drive to Veterans Memorial northbound is closed. Traffic will proceed south on Veterans Memorial and utilize the West Price Street to Ryan Street to Belden Street detour. The east halves of both roundabouts are complete in this phase, and Veterans Memorial northbound traffic will utilize permanent pavement access to North Lakeshore Drive and the I-10 westbound entrance ramp. In this phase, full connectivity between South Lakeshore, Veterans Memorial Boulevard, and Belden Street is restored. The final western portions of the southern roundabout are constructed during this phase of construction. In this phase, all legs of the roundabout are open. Access to the eastbound and westbound directions of South Lakeshore Drive are available to provide access along the beachfront. Let's review the environmental conditions for the roundabout concept. The roundabouts will be located within the existing right-of-way, so there will be no acquisitions or relocations required. Additionally, there will be no impacts to historic or cultural resources. Permanent impacts to wetlands and other waters of the U.S. north of Lakeshore Drive are decreased by 2.32 acres with this design. Impacts to the floodplain are not anticipated because of the proposed design changes. Traffic noise impacts to noise-sensitive receptors within a 500-foot buffer of the proposed design modifications were re-evaluated. A noise receptor is defined as a discrete or representative location of a noise-sensitive area. Noise-sensitive areas include a wide range of locations, including but not limited to outdoor recreational areas such as parks and picnic areas, auditoriums, daycare centers, and residential areas. Traffic noise impacts are predicted at 5 receptors south of I-10. The boat launch, the Lake Charles Beach picnic area, the Visitors Center, the Cypress Pond between Port Wonder and the Visitors Center, and Bilbo Cemetery. Noise abatement for traffic noise impacts was considered and evaluated for both feasibility and reasonableness. LADOTD's noise policy establishes the criteria for determining whether noise abatement is feasible and reasonable. Noise barriers were found to be not reasonable because of cost effectiveness. No noise barriers are proposed for this portion of the project. The next three slides introduce a proposed change to a commitment made in the Record of Decision for the Calcasieu River Bridge project, restricting all use of heavy machinery and pile driving at night. Overnight construction is necessary because lane closures during peak traffic periods are not permitted for this project. Nighttime work will be performed responsibly with the least possible impact on residents and businesses. Two locations with sensitive noise receptors have been identified where potential construction noise impacts could occur. One location is the neighborhood adjacent to Railroad Avenue. All project work will be conducted on the south side of the Union Pacific Railroad and more than 150 feet removed from Railroad Avenue. The second location is the neighborhood adjacent to Belden Street from Lakeshore Drive to Kirkman Street. Pavement work is currently the only scheduled activity in this location. Pavement work has a significantly lower potential for construction noise impacts compared to other activities. Modern diesel equipment will be used for construction. Diesel equipment operates at substantially reduced noise levels compared to conventional construction machinery. Based on the types of equipment and methods of work that will be used during nighttime hours and considering the existing ambient noise levels around the project, noise generated by nighttime construction operations will not exceed the current noise levels experienced by the surrounding area during normal daytime conditions. If any noise-related concerns were to arise during nighttime operations, they can be immediately reported online at www.i10calcasieuBridge.com/contact. Your feedback is important to us. The input we receive during this public comment period will help inform the decision on proceeding with the roundabout design. There are 3 ways you can help tonight. Sign in and review all the materials. Speak with a team member about your questions and concerns. Provide us with your written or recorded comment. Recorded and written comments made at this meeting, and written comments postmarked within 14 calendar days of the meeting, will be included in the transcript. Our contact information is listed here if you would like to send a letter or email. You can also provide a comment today at the comment station. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you for your time. Please visit the remaining stations to view the exhibits. Don't forget to leave your comments before you leave.